Hey, Jeff, what's up?
Oh, hey, Rick, how you doing?
I'm doing great.
I was in town, and I have a couple coins to show you I think you might like.
Okay, let me see them. Yeah.
Okay, that'd be great. First coin is an 1838 gold brick dollar. These were what they call pattern silver dollars, so they were like an experimental issue.
Most people don't realize this. Back in the day, the Mint was always coming up with new designs. They actually tried to get a nickel into circulation when that was a nickel, but it had a hole in the center, so everyone called it the Holy Nickel.
I know Rick, and I was in town, and I have a couple of coins that have really good stories, and I think he might like buying them. Today, I want to show Rick I have an 1838 gold brick silver dollar, and I have an 1857 S double eagle from the shipwreck of the SS Central America. The 1838 gold brick silver dollar, I'm looking to get $27,000 for it, and the 1857 S double eagle, I'm trying to get $14,000.
This is incredible.
I love the pattern dollars because the engravers at the Mint were really trying to do the best they could do. And this one?
Well, this is a great coin with a really neat story. So this is an 1857 S San Francisco double eagle, and this was made at the San Francisco Mint. And this ship called the SS Central America was on its way to New York City. And in 1857, it sank in a hurricane, and 425 people died on this ship. So it was really one of the biggest tragedies in American maritime history. So this is one of the coins that was recovered in the 1980s.
Okay, so big question. What do you want for them?
The 1838 gold brick dollar, I would sell that for $27,000. And for the price, Proof 65 example of this coin would be closer to $100,000. So it's a really great looking coin at an affordable price.
You know, $27,000 is not really an affordable price to most people.
Yeah, I think that. Better than $100,000.
And what do you want for the shipwreck coin?
The shipwreck coin I would sell for $14,000.
This one, I don't want. It's a great coin. It might be a great price and everything like that. The thing I hate about coins like this, it's off a shipwreck. My big fear is a few years from now, they'll go back down to the shipwreck again, and they'll find a couple thousand of these, bring them up,
right,
and it takes the price down of all of them because somebody just flooded the market. Now, this one, I know there was only...
Guarantee there's no more of those coming out of the ocean.
Yes, there was only like 20 of those made, and they're as rare as hen's teeth.
When people come in with ancient coins, I call in one of my experts. But these are the kinds of coins I deal on a regular basis for years and years and years. So they're in my wheelhouse. So I know exactly what these coins are, and I don't need to call anybody in because I know what I'm dealing with.
Would you take 22 grand for it?
No, I couldn't do that. It's you know, it's a great coin, and I'd be losing money at that. So.
I mean, I am buying this for myself. Okay,
well,
so, you know, because I collect
difference.
these kind of coins, and I don't,
Right.
I mean, what's your best price?
Very, very best price I would do. I would sell it for $25,000.
So we got a deal at 24?
If you're buying it for yourself, I would sell it for the $24,000.
All right, sweet, we got a deal.
Okay, that sounds great.
Okay,
Thanks.
even though if it's for myself, we still got to do paperwork. So you want to go over there?
I'll do it. Okay.
I'll write you up.
That sounds good. Thanks, Rick.
Yeah, bring them both with you.
Okay.
I just won't tell my wife about it.
Hey, how's it going? Those are some fancy boots.
Thank you very much.
And that's a fancy piece of wood. We have a pistol grown into a tree.
We have a pistol grown into a tree.
Okay.
I found this piece at an Old West collectibles auction. I think it's worth more than money to someone that wants it because you can sit around and talk about it and wonder what it's about. I'm gonna ask $18,000 or $20,000 for it.
I'm guessing 1858 Remington. If you're in the Civil War, this was a great thing to have. These things weren't issued to you, you had to go get one. You were issued a muzzle-loading rifle, okay? You know, you got one shot in the stun. I mean, if you were carrying around 2 of these, you got 12 shots. You could shoot all day with this thing. A lot of guys had them in the Civil War, because if you carried one of these with you, there's a lot better chance you'd live. Is it loaded?
Supposedly, there is a bullet in the chamber. I honestly don't know.
Let me, hold on one second here. Let me find a piece of barbed wire. That one's empty. That one's empty. Can I take it out of this?
You know, I've never taken it out.
Ooh, that's neat how it grew right into the barrel. And yeah, that's loaded. The one in the chamber, you're never gonna be able to figure out. Every once in a while, people bring in buried or sunken treasure. But a gun that a tree actually grew into, I don't even know where to begin. I've definitely never seen anything like this. So, this is, a hell of a quandary. What in the world is it worth?
I want $18,000.
I don't think it's worth that much, but I have a friend who I really want to show this to. I want to get his opinion on what it's worth. Hang out a few minutes. I'm going to get him down here. I want him to look at this, okay?
Yep, perfect.
This thing is just way too cool to let it walk out the door without finding something more about it. Even if I just take it home and put it on my bookshelf, I'll make an offer. Here we go.
Okay, I'm ready.
Oh.
Wow.
It's actually loaded.
Man, this is crazy. How did this get here? Nobody's gonna ever know, right?
No, no one's gonna know.
Well, there's a piece of iron sticking out the end over here.
Wait a minute. Wants to come out. That's weird. I just would love to. It sounds like it's in the barrel.
So maybe the guy was cleaning his gun when this all happened? There's just a million things with this. We have no idea what's going on.
Not that it really matters, but do you know what this gun is?
Well, I believe it's a Remington.
It is. This is a Remington New Model Army. They made them roughly from 1862 to 1875. This is a gun that competed with Colt, and in fact, if it wasn't for the Colt fire that destroyed the factory, this gun probably wouldn't have been produced in as great a quantity as it was. Colt was out of business for a little while, and Remington stepped up to the plate, and this became the most popular pistol for the Union during the Civil War. Really, really interesting. If there was a mint condition Remington New Model Army here or this, what would you rather have?
I mean, this one's cooler.
Oh, I'd
this one's
take
got
this
the
any
story.
day. Oh, yeah.
I mean, and that's the whole thing. I can't figure out a price on this thing.
And I'm gonna tell you something. This is the one time when you're gonna ask me what it's worth that I'm gonna tell you, I don't know. There's nothing else like it. It's one of a kind. Okay, so you're not buying a Remington here. You're buying the chance to talk about this gun. It's just, I don't know. I'll tell you what I'd pay for it. I mean, that's all I can say. I'd tell you what I would pay for it. I'd pay $3,000 or $4,000, no problem. No problem.
Okay. I guess it's a starting point. Thanks, man.
Rick, thanks.
Okay, I knew you would love to see
Oh,
it.
I love it. Thanks for calling me down. And man, you showed me something I've never seen before, so.
Thank you.
That's awesome. Thank you. This gun transcends the whole gun thing. It's gun-based, if you will, but this is more of a conversational artifact. Remington made 100 and some odd thousand New Model Armies. This is the coolest one on the planet.
Okay, so this is one of those few things that I would buy off a customer that I would not put it in my showcase. I'd bring it home. Because I really want this for myself. I think this is the greatest thing in the world to pull out at a cocktail party with your friends and talk about it. I'd give you $4,000 for it.
No. I'm gonna pour myself an adult beverage and sit around and tell stories about it and listen to other people tell stories.
It's one of the neatest oddities I've ever seen. If you change your mind, I don't know why it's so cool. I know it's... We'd take 5.
No.
5 grand cash for a gun that's basically ruined.
No.
Okay. I mean, what would you take?
15.
It's really cool to talk about for 5 grand, not for 15. Thanks for bringing it in, man. Really, this is, you really got a treasure there.
Thank you.
If you change your mind, bring it straight back to me, okay?
Thank you.
I hate having a cool piece like this walk out the door. But sometimes the cool factor and the asking price just don't match up. For now, I can just hope he changes his mind and runs back to the shop.
Corey, Rick, get over here and look at this thing.
Pops. It's some kind of motorcycle tractor thing.
It's a Rokon Trailbreaker, 2-wheel drive, off-road motorcycle.
Thing looks like it should have a bucket loader in the front of it, dude.
I decided to come to the pawn shop today to sell my old two-wheel drive trail breaker motorcycle. It's designed to go like up in the rough country. You can go places on this bike you just cannot go with anything other than maybe a horse.
This thing is definitely cool. Where'd you get it?
I actually got it right after I graduated from high school. I used to live in Barstow, California, so that's like, you know, heaven for bike riders. And had it for a couple of years, and then my brother and I went on the road as musicians, so I gave it to my cousin, and he gave it back to me a couple of weeks ago. I haven't seen it in 30 years. It's kind of cool to see it again, but I don't want it. I'm ready to get rid of it.
You know, I've off-roaded my whole life, and this is just cool. These were like high-tech when they came out. It's two-wheel drive. It will go anywhere. They weren't real fast, though.
Maybe 15, 20 miles an hour tops downhill, but I had a blast with it.
These things were designed to take you places where no other vehicle could. I mean, you can practically scale walls and go up and down trails that would make a horse think twice.
What's up with the huge middle things on the tires, man?
3 reasons. They won't fill up with mud when you're off-roading. You can also fill them full of gas.
So you're just rolling around with gas in your wheels flying around.
Yeah. The reason they were designed to hold gas in the wheels is so that you could ride to a very remote area and still have enough gas to come back. Also, you seal them up with gas, the thing will float.
Oh,
Gasoline is lighter than water, and when there's no gas in them, it's air, so it's definitely lighter than water, so the thing will float. If you're in a stream, you can walk it across like that.
Wow, I didn't know that. I drove in the desert, so.
You know, I've always really wanted one of these, but it's rough, though.
It's not very good condition. It's obviously got a flat tire. Engine doesn't turn over. I am not a mechanic, but I'm sure it could be brought up to spec fairly simply.
It feels like it's still got compression. It just doesn't have a carburetor. This thing is rough, but I think if I can get it for the right price, it's worth it. Worst case, I'll part it out. But man, I really want to ride this thing. So how much were you looking to sell this thing for?
I thought if I could get $2,000, I mean, that's kind of what I paid for it, but it's an antique now, so I thought maybe there was some value there. But, well, don't laugh.
Yeah, I mean, if this thing was in good shape, I might consider that, but this thing needs like one of everything. I'll tell you what, I'll give you $500 for the thing, and that's just because I think it's really cool. I'm not going to go 1 penny more.
Well, okay. I don't want to put it back in the truck. It's heavy.
All right. Thanks a lot, man.
Cool.
I am pumped we got this thing for such a great price. I just need to bring it to my buddy Rick Dale, see if he can fix it up, and if he can, I just might keep it for myself. A few weeks ago, I dropped off the Rokon Trailbreaker with Rick Dale. He just called to see if I could meet him out in the desert. So Chum, Corey, and I are on our way to meet him. I'm not sure what he's got up his sleeve, but I hope it's cool.
Where the hell is he?
Well, that's the bike. Sorry I'm late, guys. I had to give it a little trial spin. So what do you think?
I think it's great.
I'll tell you what, man, I had my doubts about this, but it looks pretty good.
So what happened?
You know, I had to gut the thing and take everything off and rebuild everything on it. Everything on this bike was dented, bent, twisted, you know, because they use them just to climb up everything, and, you know, they're abused really hard. And getting everything in sync from the gearbox to the rear wheel, it was a nightmare. You'd think I'd be used to the crap that Rick brings in, but this Rokon was a nightmare. It absolutely went over the top. The parts are obsolete. You can't find parts for the 69 at all. The brake system, it's not anything you could buy. So we had to make these discs, circle discs, to fit inside there so we had brakes.
Rick Dale did an amazing job, but he's making me a little nervous with everything he had to do, and I just hear the dollars racking up. Okay, well, I bought it for $500, so what's the damage?
All right, well, restoration cost is $2,800.
Okay, that's not really bad.
So what do you think we could sell it for?
I think you should have no problem getting $5 grand out of it at all.
Proves me wrong, I guess.
Thanks, Rick. So, Tom, you want to take it for a ride?
Hell yeah.
I don't think so. I'm taking it for a ride. Time and time again, Rick Dale delivers. It's getting to the point where he can just sneeze on something and he makes me money. He never disappoints.
Get it on, Rick. Let's go.
How you doing, man? So what do we got here?
Got a couple of old airplane parts for you guys.
I don't know. Looks like a cone head prop to me.
I don't know, man. What's the deal with you putting stuff on your head?
I like helmets. So it looks like these are airplane spinners that go over the propeller.
Exactly. My buddies that found them told me they basically go on the front of the turbine, makes the plane more aerodynamic.
Okay. Yeah, these look like they probably would have been like 1950s or 60s. Maybe like a smaller passenger plane or like something like a business executive style plane, because they're definitely not a commercial plane, because they would be much, much
way too small.
bigger. Yeah.
I mean, they are cool, and I've made money off old propellers and stuff like that before. I just don't know if these spinners alone are worth anything or even usable. What are you trying to get out of them?
I was hoping to get $750 for the 3 of them.
I mean, Luca's here. You want to go ask him?
Yeah, I can go ask him. So Luca is a friend of ours. He does some like art for us, and he helps us modify things. He lives in the area, so we invited him down. He might have an idea on what we could do with these. I'm gonna go grab him.
Go ahead.
Here's what I wanted you to take a look at right now.
Hey, what's up, Corey?
What's up, Luca? Good to see you, man.
Always a pleasure.
I think these are called spinners.
I'll agree with you. Probably came from a 1950s or 60s plane. They do look modified. There's a lot of holes in here, so looks like somebody started a project and didn't finish it.
So, Luca, what are you thinking we could do with these?
Man, it's almost endless what we can do with them, guys. I'm thinking maybe we can turn them into lights or sconces.
So you think you can work with these?
Most definitely.
I'm getting a good idea here, Big Hoss. If we are able to buy these, instead of selling these, we always get in the good graces of your dad when we give him a gift. And I think if we could figure out an idea to like fit these in to the style of his bar up at his organ house, these would actually look pretty cool in there.
So we can give him a gift and make him pay for it.
And he will still love it. So what do you think is safe to pay for something like this?
Honestly, guys, with the condition they're in, it looks like somebody started a project that they didn't finish. So I think with what we're gonna have into it, I'd probably pay no more than $600 for these things.
All right, well, what are you thinking?
I mean, I wanted $750. He said somewhere around $600. That'd work for me.
How about $300? Because he's not gonna do this for free.
I mean, $300 feels a little low.
$600 feels a little high. What do you think, Big Hoss?
And I don't think you have a place to sell them, so I think $400 would be great.
Yeah, I think I can make $400 work.
All right, well, my cashier's over there. Luca, it sounds like you got a job, man. I'm only gonna be here a few days. Can you get it done in that time frame?
Yeah, we got a time crunch here to work with, guys. All right, guys, I'm gonna get to work. I'll see you guys soon.
Appreciate it. They'll get you paid up there. Thank you.
Perfect, thank you.
Hey, Luca, what's up?
Hey, how you doing, Rick?
Surprise! We got you a gift.
What is this?
For your Rick cave up in Oregon, your bar thing that you're building up there.
I know how bad you wanted a picture of Pinky in your rig cave, so there you go. Pretty cool, huh?
It is pretty incredible.
Well, you know what's incredible is you should have saw the condition these things were in when Luca got them. You know what they are?
They look like airplane spinners.
No, nothing gets by you, Rick.
We were doing the research. It came from a 1960s plane, right? So in that era, it was always a thin pinstripe, multiple colors, but not too bright, not too bold. We did that to mimic that, and then I turned these into lights. And I'm excited because it came out great.
That is an amazing way to repurpose some airplane parts.
The best part is, this is from them to you.
Thank you, guys. I really, really appreciate it.
You're welcome.
We really got to go to another town. Thanks for helping me pack up. Yeah, I mean, it took you forever. What happened? There was a lot of stuff, and I had to do it by myself.
Well, guess what? Your day's almost over. Just pack these up, and you'll be fine.
I just got one more thing to pack up, Pops. Have a good night. Did you bring boxes?
Just for the light bulbs.
So you guys look really comfortable. This sets a whole new precedent around here. Antoine is working harder than you guys. You know what? And I'm not even gonna get mad at you because you guys are gonna leave on a mission.
I'm all about missions. What's up?
You guys are driving up to Carson City, and there's a guy up there with a 1970 650 Tiger Triumph, okay?
Oh, sweet.
Wants 10 grand for it. I'm sure you can pick it up for right around 8 grand. As long as it runs good, I want it. So, you know what? You guys
It's not gonna run good.
How do you know it's not gonna run good?
Because it's a Triumph.
Don't Triumphs run better than Harleys?
No.
Yes.
The only reason he likes Triumphs is because I like Harleys.
No, I liked Triumphs before you were born. I just
They're
collect-
backwards, dude.
No,
That's
they're
weird.
just different than American bikes because the old Triumphs
Or backwards.
Yeah, they're backwards. So what's the problem?
It's weird.
Well, you just have to get used to doing it.
They're lame.
I'm giving you guys a break when I shouldn't be. So go to Carson City. Bring Antoine with you. If it runs good, just buy it for me, okay?
Can I ride my Harley?
I don't care what you ride. Just go up there and get me the motorcycle.
Ready for a road trip, Big Hoss?
I guess so. You want to ride bikes?
I'm down.
Okay, cool.
Let's get out of here.
All right. Hey, how's it going?
Corey, the bikes are back in the warehouse.
Let's check them out.
We do motorcycle frames, we do gas tanks, we do oil tanks, we do handlebars. We got 5,000 different parts we make here in the U.S.
So pretty much, yeah, if you're building a custom bike, you're gonna at least have a few parts from these guys on it.
Well, the bikes are back here. Let me show you. We got a couple of nice ones. I think you're gonna really get excited. This is a 1970 Triumph.
Oh, that's nice, man.
I actually bought this bike in 1999 and sent it to my nephew, and he restored this bike in 3 years from a pallet of parts to exactly as you see it now.
It's actually funny, man. I've never liked Triumphs, but this is kind of tickling me a little bit.
I have a 1970 Triumph Trophy 650 for sale. It's fully restored. It's really a nice piece. You don't find them this way very often. I'd like to get $10,000 for that.
You like this thing?
Don't tell anybody. but yeah, it's actually really clean. Your nephew did a really good job.
I mean, it's just like it left the factory floor, and it runs like a sewing machine. It's kind of a really fun bike to drive.
Chum, you got to realize in the 60s and 70s, these things, hands down, were just a better machine than a Harley was. They were a lot faster. They were heads and tails above Harley in technology, but they've kind of gone in and out of business a bunch of times, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
I believe it was in the 70s. Didn't they run out of stock?
I think you're right.
Which is basically what made a lot of customers switch to Hondas.
Honda was a big player in the mid to late 70s.
10 years ago, you couldn't find a Triumph on the streets.
They're real collectible, absolutely. We have another one over here.
Oh, that trike is sweet.
It's as fast as it looks, too. This is what we call our Paco race trike. We built it in 2013 for the show circuit to attract attention and bring people into our booth and so forth.
So this one looks like it's meant to go really fast.
It's a 5-speed with a chain drive because it's 125 inches, about 140 horsepower. So this is a pretty special, one-of-a-kind bike.
What do you want for the trike?
I think it's worth every penny of $40,000. You couldn't build it for that, you know. It's a one-of-a-kind piece, and you're not going to find another one anywhere in the world like it.
Okay. So what are you looking for on the Triumph?
I'd like to get $10,000 for it. I think it's reasonable.
Well, I guess we got to ride them. I'll do the Triumph.
I'm kind of scared of this thing, honestly. It looks intimidating.
Yeah, you really got to pay attention when you drive this one. It's really fast. Did you guys bring your helmets?
Yes, we did.
All right.
Antoine, you want to go grab them?
Grab mine too, please.
Man, you guys are lazy.
Yeah!
These bikes both run great, and I know my dad really wants to Triumph, but I'm not sure they meet my motorcycle standards. So it all depends if Steve wants to lay off the gas and lower the gap on this price.
Left you in the dust, Big Hoss. This thing looks intimidating, and let me tell you what it is. But you feel like a badass driving this thing.
Definitely got a style to it. What did you think about the Triumph?
You know, I've never ridden a British bike before. It feels like I'm driving on the wrong side of the street.
Well, I'm telling you right now, we gotta get this thing right here. We're gonna be dumb if we don't pull back up to the shop with this bad boy.
This trike, we'd like to get $40,000.
I'm really liking it. But that being said, I think we are going to end up passing on the trike. Seems like you guys just got a little bit too much money in it.
And it's just gonna be a hard sell at the shop.
But what can we really do on the Triumph?
We'd like to get $10,000.
you take 6?
No. I think it's a legit $10,000, $11,000 bike. I'll do 8.
I can go to 7. You gotta remember, I buy these to make money on them too. Getting up into 8 and 9 grand, you know, there's not much there for me to make.
75.
7. That's the best I could do.
We'll have to pass.
Have to pass? Okay, 75.
75, your dad's gonna be mad if you don't come back with that for over $500. Even Antoine knows that.
That's right.
72.
I think I'm gonna hold at 75.
Well, maybe next time, my man. I'll be around.
Thank you, sir. Appreciate it.
Hey, thanks for the ride, man.
Oh, no, my pleasure.
Back to the 2 wheels, I guess.
Right.
Corey, over $300, you guys are gonna be pissed.
What's up, Pop? Hey, what's up? You guys get my motorcycle?
No.
What happened?
Corey wouldn't buy it over $300. The guy was at $7,500 and Corey was stuck at $7,200.
Wait. What did I tell you guys to do?
Rick, I told him buy the bike, your dad's gonna be pissed at you.
The bike was in perfect condition.
You tattletales, man. Honestly, no, dude, the deal wasn't right.
I didn't tell you to buy it because it was worth it or not. I told you to buy it for me.
There was no money to be made on the bike. I did you a favor.
No, son, I wanted the bike for myself because what do I ride, guys?
Triumph.
So I basically paid for you guys to have a vacation?
Not you guys. I argued to bring the bike home, Rick. I really did. Your son,
Corey,
decided not to buy the bike over $300.
You know what? This is all my fault. I should have never sent you guys.
thanks a lot, Corey.
Rick, really, you can send me on another trip. I promise.
How are you, sir?
I'm doing pretty good. What do we got here?
So I have a Dalí cookbook that's actually been autographed.
Autographed by Salvador Dalí?
Yes, sir.
Okay, looks like his signature. I love everything about Salvador Dalí. You can see from like pictures like this. He enjoyed his food, he enjoyed his dinner parties, and he enjoyed his mustache.
I'm at the pawn shop today trying to sell my Salvador Dalí autographed cookbook. I found this cookbook in the attic when I moved into my new house. The recipes are extremely interesting. Not something that I would end up cooking myself, but I figured it would be a collector's item for someone who was a lot more into Salvador Dalí. I'm hoping to get $2,500 for this cookbook.
This is fascinating. Salvador Dalí, he was an incredible artist. He was right at the beginning of surrealism. He painted the persistence of memory, the melting clocks, in 1931. It's probably the most famous surrealist painting ever done. After World War II, right around 1948, 1950 is when he just sort of blew up. Everybody in the world started realizing who he was. He was in newspapers and magazines all over the world. Next thing you know, everybody wants his art, and he was very, very prolific. There's probably over 100,000 images that he painted or drew. And you would think that many out there would like lower the price, but he's so popular everywhere in the world that his prices actually have been going up for a long, long time. You could argue that he's the most famous painter of the 20th century, him and Picasso. I didn't know he had a cookbook, but I find this really, really cool. And I love the fact that it's signed by him. So let's see some pictures of Dalí food.
Seemed like some interesting recipes when I was flipping through.
Oasis leek pie. Definitely interesting. We have a leek pie with what looks to be a little palm tree coming out. Whoa, this one's a little creepy, even for Dalí. This is kind of fascinating. I really, really dig this. So, how much you want for it?
Given the condition and the autograph, I was thinking along the lines of $2,500.
I'm thinking more along the lines of $400. I saw on the copyright page, it's at 1973. In 1973, he was massively famous. So it's not that rare, but you do have something signed by Dalí.
How about $500?
You know what? Since I've been cooking a lot lately, I'll give you the $500 because I'm going to use it. Okay? So I will meet you right over there. We'll do some paperwork, get you paid.
All right.
No melting clocks, just melting butter. Look what I just got.
Dalí?
Yes, and you might...
Dalí art book?
No, it's a cookbook.
Really?
It's got all these Dalí-inspired, surreal-looking dishes, and I've been really getting into cooking.
So I've decided that I'm gonna invite you guys over to the house. We're gonna have a small dinner party, and I am going to prepare you some Dalí dishes.
Some Dalí dishes.
I've been working on my culinary arts here lately, and I think this is gonna show you guys how well I'm cooking.
What makes you think I want to be your test subject?
It's not a test subject. I am gonna make an amazing dinner for you guys. You're gonna be wowed. So?
Well, you know me, Rick. I'm never one to turn down a free dinner.
Sure, I'll be there, Pops.
Okay, cool. I got to study.
Have you ever seen a bigger definition of old and bored?
What's up, Jake?
You guys look nice.
So do you, buddy. I'm glad you dressed up for the occasion.
Thanks for joining me for dinner, guys.
Thanks for having it. Wow. Looks delicious.
This is completely Dalí-esque, all from his cookbook.
Whoa.
Did I come close? Check out the book.
I mean, that looks really good, but what is that?
Oasis leek pie.
What's a leek?
Those are onions.
You had me come to your house to feed me onion pie.
And fish.
Rick, you must have known that whole grilled fish is my favorite.
Not grilled, they're baked.
Okay.
Are the eyeballs still in them?
Yes.
What?
That's part of the presentation.
Are the guts still in them?
As a matter of fact, according to the recipe, they're supposed to stay in there.
Well, I don't like that recipe.
It's edible art.
There's a burger place down the street that just opened up.
Yeah, sounds good to me. You want to go get a burger, Big Hoss?
I'm down.
Let's get out of here.
Really? You guys aren't gonna eat this?
Well, Rick, you know what? You can't be good at everything you try, so it's never too late to give up. You want to go get a burger with us, Rick?
No, I'm gonna eat.
Well, we're gonna go get a burger if you want to come hang out.
Well, I think it's gonna taste amazing. Hopefully. Hold up, guys. I'm sure it does. So can I play it?
Oh, yes.
I mean, it really should be against the law for me to play any musical instrument.
I'm visiting Las Vegas, and I brought my beautiful accordion with me. The accordion was a gift from my husband on my honeymoon. I'm asking $200 because I looked around and did a little research, and that seems to be a general price for older accordions.
You know, the cardboard's still in good shape. And that's basically what all this is right here. They make it out of cardboard. Cardboard and...
I thought it was wallpaper.
it's cardboard and cloth.
Okay.
And that's basically how they made something flexible and sort of airtight that would push the air. So it's a concertina, not an accordion. Do you know the difference?
No. I'm not a musician, which is why it's on the shelf.
These are really neat. An accordion plays chords.
Oh.
Okay, so when you press a button on an accordion, it will open up several valves at a time. Okay, a concertina only plays notes. All right, so how much do you want for this thing?
I'm asking $200.
I'll give you $100.
Oh, how about $175?
I'll give you $100 because I have no idea what I'm gonna get out of this thing.
Could you go to $125?
I'll give you $110 for it.
I'll sell it for that.
Thanks.
You've had fun with it. I've learned a lot about it. I'm happy with that.
Go right over there and I'll write you up.
I sold it for $110. I'm happy with the price. It was fun learning about it. I hope someone someday fixes it, gets it tuned, and has a ball with it.
What is that? Obviously, it's a concertina. Pretty cool, huh?
What did you pay for that?
I paid 100 and 10.
So you paid $110 to annoy me.
No, that's just an added bonus. Don't you like it?
I'm trying to work, Rick.
All right.
Your dad's going crazy, dude. He seriously needs to find a hobby.